What is something that is an automatic I am not eating here, we need to leave? At a restaurant? Dirty tables and sticky menus. If they can't keep the visible areas clean, I don't want to imagine what the kitchen looks like. Lots of flies buzzing around the tables and the kitchen. It's mostly empty and the staff act surprised and confused about your presence. It's a hint that selling food isn't their main business. I got 2 from the same Dunkin' Donuts. A worker sneezed into his gloved hands and gave them a half-hearted wipe on his pant legs. Immediately after, a customer came in to get donuts and I saw the man fill the order without changing his gloves. I went off and left. Later on, I went to leave a review explaining this and saw that I'm not the only one to point out their disgusting ways. Someone else posted a picture of a worker with his shoes off and dirty socked feet up on a table, sitting right next to a window for the public to see. I went to a diner near me recently I had never heard of. There was no one eating at the tables inside. The woman who was at the front entrance walked away into the kitchen when I walked in the door. Then a dude came out of the kitchen and stood in her place and refused to acknowledge me. Then a girl came up and said something to him and he said, I know, just calm down, it's okay. Then she scurried off into the kitchen. I asked the guy if I could see a menu and he said she'll be right back. I left. I don't know what was going in there, but I will never eat anything from there. It's a bit specific, but if I'm looking to eat at a BBQ joint and I don't smell it well before I walk in, I know it's not gonna be good. Ideally I should be able to smell it from like a block away. Anytime I've ignored that instinct and gone in anyway, the food ended up being bland and dry as hell. Dirty tables or unsanitary conditions immediately make me leave. Someone handling the food while wearing gloves but then using their gloved hands to handle money, open doors, touch their face, etc. Or worse, someone handling food with bare hands while there are open wounds or band-aids. I've seen it. Immediate nope for me. No prices on the menu. If the restaurant smells bad or has dirty tables, I'm out. When the workers look at you like you ruined their good time and now they gotta work. No soap in the bathroom and no hint that it just ran out. Like there is no dispenser on the wall and no empty container on the sink. TLDR, when cooks don't wash their hands. Went to a restaurant the other day and then to the bathroom shortly after being seated. While standing at the urinal, I saw a cook come out of the stall after dropping a deuce and head straight out the door without washing his hands. That's how people get trichinosis, and I don't want to end up like RFKJR with worms in my brain. Wife and I walked into a diner once and were seated. Waitress came over and handed us our menus. Her makeup was so caked on that bits of it were falling on our table. She then showed us the salad bar, which was a card table set up next to the front door. Not iced or anything, with bowls of potato salad and macaroni salad with saran wrap over them. We got up and left. Cook walks out of the bathroom with an apron on. Dirty floor. Haven't seen squabbling servers on the list yet. That happened to 4 of us at a recently opened seafood-themed place that we vaguely knew the owner of and wanted to support, as new restaurants were a pretty big thing in our small city. Normally we would have waited a couple months for the dust to settle and the place to figure itself out, but we went in their second week. House manager greeted and seated us and then disappeared. It was a little before standard lunch hour and midweek and nobody else was there. About 5 minutes of nothing later, we heard the distant yelling start from the kitchen area. After about a minute of that, a female server charged through the doors and grabbed menus and brought them over, muttering. Her opening words were, "Sorry if you heard that. That bitch in there, what can you do?" We glanced at each other, asked for a few minutes before ordering drinks, and when she went back in the kitchen, left. Somehow the restaurant still managed to survive and is still there to this day, but got him if the excellent show The Bear didn't remind us of that experience. Any bad smell? Honestly, a sushi place that reeks of fish. Made that mistake once, it was not comfortable afterwards. Flies when it's 20 below outside. Where are they breeding?